Everyone, how you doing today? Thought I'd look at the workshop again, see what was out there, and we got a bunch of really cool creations. So everything in this video today is for Reforged Eden. Got three combat-oriented endgame type CVs, and then a POI and a HV and a SV to show today. So the very first creation today here is the Hero Reforged by ArtemisRouge. And this is a definite combat-oriented CV. I believe it's made for high-speed maneuvering again, in particular combat tactic of kind of rotating and shooting the target. I do believe this is quite an effective combat setup as well. I was just kind of taking a look at the ship, and I do like the styling of it. It's got a lot of well, the kind of a four-color actually base design, probably 5 colors. Yeah, it looks pretty cool that way. Definitely got a lot of detail going on. I was also kind of taking a look at its turret positions. Good line of sight on all these turrets going on the front of the ship. It does have like this internal compartment here too. I have to check that out yet. See what's in there. But yeah, just generally a nice looking ship. What I also noticed too is the stance is kind of neat. It looks like it's purposely done this way, where the back sits up just a little bit higher than the front. Not by much, but enough to give it that kind of downward slope when it's parked on the ground, at least. Let's take a look at these thruster housings here. That looks nice too. I like how they're kind of recessed in there with these trim rings. Looks like we've got some vents, and there's some texture lights in the mix over on the sides here. And you can see some piping going through there. That's nice. Yeah, a lot of big XL thrusters in here too. So I'll have to take a look at its material and how it's configured on the inside here too, with in regards to combat. But yeah, that's cool. I like this. I like these arms coming out to these big thrusters too, or these big thruster housings. That's pretty cool looking. You got kind of a beam coming up that way, another beam coming this way. Kind of reminds me a bit of something you might see in a car suspension or something like that. Well, I guess a little bit different, but yeah, it definitely looks cool. It definitely looks like these parts are separate pieces, firmly connected by, the framework here connecting those, which is definitely a nice look. I always like to see that kind of thing. And yeah, this is cool over here too. Interesting use of these deco pieces right along the side there. But actually, yeah, lining up several of those together makes kind of a neat looking formation that way. It's kind of backed by some texture lights as well. Let's take a look at the top side here. So again, I'm seeing yeah, a lot of breakups, a lot of some color fluctuation, texture lights in the mix. Again, a big barrage of turrets. So it looks like all these would have a nice line of sight up here too. And then, oh yeah, here we get into the meaty launchers over here. And it looks like we're running quite a lot of those. So if we're doubled on each side, we probably got 12 artillery turrets, it looks like. On the top side there, I better make sure. There's some new parts and things like that. And yeah, or artillery, I said turrets. Artillery cannons. Yeah, any launchers are going to be the cannons and not turrets. I usually just call them launchers, actually, just because I don't know. Just what I decided to call them. Well, anyway, let's get in this ship and see what makes it tick here. And let me do the lighting thing here in a second. And if you haven't watched my videos before, I usually set it to nighttime when I go through a ship, so you can see how the interior lighting is set up. And yeah, this looks really nice inside right away. It's clean. I'm really loving the fusion reactor behind the glass over there with the LCD kind of backing that up. And yeah, we can see some medium shield parts in this room. Yeah, well, we'll take a look at its total shield strength, and I'm not sure if it's fully equipped right now. Actually, I would say it's probably not, based on the sign here. So, saying that the ship roll is manually restrained to 35 degrees to maintain top speed in an upward or up thrusting roll. So you can, the hero can hold as many as 5 shield arrays. Alternatively, the rear or center shield array slots can be repurposed for additional 320k containers. Each array slot can accommodate 2 320ks. Nacelle thruster expansion space. Interesting. Looks like we got a, looks like a harvest controller in here too. So looks like it's kind of set up to do some harvesting. Let's see what's behind this door here. Oh, unexpected. I thought I was going to be looking at a part, not a whole room over here. So we got interesting blocks on the side there. Maybe that's designed for, yeah, maybe shield parts over here. Oh, we got some solar panels on the inside here too. A lot of armed guards. Oh, here's a big shield part. Huh. Yeah, it's interesting. So let's see. We got the same thing going on over here. Yep. The blocks on the side. Another big shield part over here. Nice. So here, I gotta keep that multi-tool out a little bit and just take a look at what part we're looking at here. So we got a capacitor array on this side. Just curious if we got the same thing going on the other side here. Yep, 2 capacitor arrays. So that's a lot of shield charge there. So let's take the elevator up here, see where we end up at. Oh, nice. So this is right above the fusion reactor. Again, I like this the LCD work, and this looks really cool with the planet set up here, backed by LCDs, and we got the 3 different planets going on. It looks like. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. It's kind of multiple layers too, because you got like a LCD on the bottom layer, and then there's another LCD up above it, and of course, yeah, adding in the planets, the rings around the planets. That's cool. It's cool. It looks like we got a pilot seat right over here. So I gotta assume that this is basically, I would say, like a secure bridge. Yeah. This is cool too. Yeah, seeing the glass, and then you got your these shield parts, or the medium shield parts, right on the outside of that. And in the back, yeah, you get another look at the fusion reactor. Very, very cool. Let's put up one of these doors. So yeah, it looks like we've got another couple of shield parts on this side. So if it's mirrored on the other side, that would be 6 of the mediums so far. These are probably the alternative to the chargers, or the banks. Yep. So probably 2 chargers of the medium set and 4 banks, I'm guessing. Which is, I think, a nice setup. It's about right. Maybe it has another. You can't actually put any more medium shield banks. It only allows 4. So if there were any more medium shield parts, it would have to be the chargers. So we'll see if it does have those or not. So, yeah, that's pretty straightforward. Let's get to the bridge. So we got another elevator here. It goes up and down. Oh, this goes right down to, looks like the main core of the ship, kind of in this enclosed room area here. Let's continue forward this way. So we got another elevator that kind of is coming down. Wow. So we had a room off the top there too. We'll have to we got to backtrack a little bit here and check this out. Now it looks like we've got our hangar of some origin here. This must be in the front of the ship, I bet. Yep, looking down this way here. There's more than just a hangar here. There's also yeah, there's also some like utility parts, it looks like, in the front. Interesting. So in here it looks like we got 8 small shield parts. So that would be 2 of each type. And kind of a catwalk up there. Let's just go check out this area here a minute. So we've got O2, and it looks like a particular medical piece and a shower. And this is behind that front enclosed area here. And then the turrets come out. It's pretty cool. So when you fly at it, it looks like there's a sensor that yeah, would retract all these turrets, so you could like fly in right through the front and park some kind of vessel here. Interesting. Let's head up top here, and looks like we've got another bridge over here. I did say that I've seen one of the LCDs saying that. Just curious what blocks we're looking at here. Oh, okay, that's just the top of that louvered door. It looked a little bit different the way it's set up. It's almost like a full-size block, and I was like, huh, is that a new block? And nope, part of the door. We got some ladders going here. That looks pretty cool in this area. And this gets up to this top floor. And we're back. So let's go up. Does that go through? Nope. And maybe this is where we walked through in the first place. Yes, it is, right from the secure bridge. Oh, and another pilot seat over here. Interesting. Maybe this is the actual secure bridge. This got O2 and Med Bay right near it here. And then we got a first-person bridge up top here. So we got a lot of places to pilot the ship at, that's for sure. Yeah, obviously this one you'd probably not use this bridge in necessarily in combat, or maybe, I don't know. I mean, this has got a lot of shield going on, and it looks like you can add some more big shield parts to it. But I'm looking at this crosshair basically over here. That's perfectly lined up to the pilot seat here. I wonder if that is a aid to help know exactly where you're aiming at. Kind of like a laser pointer kind of thing. That's kind of an interesting idea. I kind of like that. It's nice to see something like that. I'm just curious. I'm going to turn on the HUD again and just sit in the seat. Okay, so that does particularly line up with the cursor that's there already. So yeah, that's pretty cool. It's pretty nice little touch there. So yeah, that's pretty much what it looks like at night. Yeah, I'm gonna fly through the ship. Doesn't have a huge amount of interior, but I think it's a combat vessel, and it's really kind of designed to do the combat role. I just want to see how it's kind of built on the inside here. So let me fly through the hull a little bit. And so all right, so let me get out the multi-tool too. I just want to see our materials. So it looks like we're running carbon throughout this front area here. Let's until we get to this wall here, and then we're running combat steel. It looks like we've got a kind of an interior layer inside, and then there's carbon on the back side of this combat steel wall. Oh wow, look at this. And then it looks like combat steel here too. So that's interesting. I am a little surprised at the use of combat steel instead of potentially Xenu for this particular application. But I think this thing has so much thrust and it's so lightweight that it really didn't need more thruster or more speed. So therefore, the use of combat steel blocks, which are a little bit heavier than Xenu blocks, actually work out. But you see, the advantage to this is, like combat steel, you can build by getting sathium and iron in the game. Whereas Xenu, you pretty much got to dismantle POIs. You can't just go mine Xenu. So and it would be, if say for some reason that you took a lot of damage on this ship, it would be quicker and easier to repair if it was in combat steel and not using Xenu blocks. Xenu blocks would just take more effort to get. Not that, I mean, if you take out a POI, you might be able to get a lot of Xenu from certain POIs, but it takes it's slower. It's a lot slower process than, say, mining asteroids or something like that. So yeah, interesting. Also interesting use of what block here looks to be used as the leg shot block. I've never seen this block used for it before. It probably works just fine. It's basically like forcing the game to look at the collision around here, and this is probably a fairly high hit point block as well. The only downside I would see to this block is if you were concerned about size class. This block will ramp up your size class quite a bit because of its more complex polygons. So if it's not a concern for the size class, then there's no real issue with it. It's kind of wrapped around here too. I'm seeing like a layer that goes around here. Let's see how thick this is. Not too thick. It looks like there's 2 walls or two block walls here on this layer. And then, yeah, we're back into, oh, we're back, okay. There's our fusion reactor. There's another shield part here. I don't think I've seen this one before. This one's kind of tucked away. Looks like there is a glass area. Oh, you could have seen it from walking through this top hallway here. Okay. Interesting. And yeah, so there's basically like some internal layers to protect those big parts in the fusion reactor and, you know, the critical things. Obviously, in any kind of ship like this that's you know, using like a fusion reactor, if somehow you were to take such an excessive amount of damage to have that fusion reactor blown up, you're going to be in trouble. But honestly, when you run this kind of shields on a ship that can probably perform the way this can and have the speeds, you could typically long get away before taking you know, huge damage to your vessel. I would say. I'm just kind of taking a look at the back room here. I didn't really see this from inside. I think I missed a hallway along the way here somewhere. Oh, this looks really cool over here too. So it's kind of a catwalk above the room that we were in when we first came in. So we got some more medium shield parts in this section here too. Or maybe those are the ones I already did look at. Could be. Well, anyway, let's take a look at some specs here. So to start with, we got a 28-hour and 25-minute build time. Obviously, it's going to use a lot of Estrium and Zirconium. This is an endgame ship. It's definitely designed, you know, for combat-oriented stuff. It's going to need these heat exchangers. Someone asked me about heat exchangers the other day, and I didn't exactly know what they were. We also have 2 reactor cores, I see, not just one. So maybe I was looking at 2 different reactors in here. And radiation shielding. I don't know what this stuff is yet. I gotta assume it's relatively new, or I know I'm dreadfully behind on the updates and stuff. I eventually catch up. And so yeah, you're gonna need a fair amount of good solid resources for this ship, of course, because of how it's set up, which makes sense. So the type of ship that it is, end-game oriented combat vessel. Have quite a nice barrage of weapons. It doesn't look like it's trying to like necessarily overdo anything though. It's not like hundreds of turrets and things like that. It's got quite a bit though. I mean, we're over 50. Well, maybe not. Yeah, we're a little under 50 turrets, and then we got the 12 launchers to boot basically. And unlock level 25, size class 9. So the size class isn't that up there either. So yeah, the native roll looks like it's at 75. That is a lot of roll. Then we got yaw 57 and pitch. I'm sorry, yaw at 60 and pitch at 57. Looks like our thruster speeds in all directions look pretty good. We got 28 strafing, 57 lift, 57 forward, and 57 reverse as well. Down is 28 like the side. So nice thruster setup as well. Let's see here. Let's take a look at our. Now it probably doesn't have all the shield parts in, and it honestly doesn't look like I am. I don't even have that on right now. Let me. Oh, I don't have Pentaxid in here, so I don't think it's going to tell me the number unless. Can we just do this? Well, that would affect the weight. I'm not so worried about it. It overfills this in creative like big time. So I just put all 50,000 Pentaxid in there when it really only needs very little. But that should be able to kick the shield on. I know I don't have enough CPU cores in here. Obviously, you're gonna if you take a look at the CPU here, you're gonna need a lot of extra CPU to get this going even stock. And it sounds like before upgrading parts. But please tell me this. Oh, I thought I turned that on already. I guess I didn't. So is that actually turning on? Now, also, when I first spawned in this ship too, it was off, and that is to protect the power generation until you get the appropriate CPU blocks in here. And I think that might be the case with the other 2 ships as well. Here, I'll have to because I think I had to turn all 3 of them on manually when I first spawned them due to they all need more CPU blocks. Is shield charging up at all? Let me get the HUD on here. Huh. It's weird. Why am I not getting any, I put in Pentaxid, I turned it on. Am I missing something here? I don't even see the shield bar on the HUD here, which is very peculiar. What's up with that shield? I was gonna try to read off the total shield strength here, but oh, it's off again. So it's not actually turning on. It's acting like it's turned on. What if I go back here again? Yeah, no, it's off again. Does it not have a shield? I don't know. Maybe that's a part that you're supposed to add in, or I'm missing it. I'm just that could be a very strong possibility too, that I'm just missing it. But talks about that you can hold as many 5 shield arrays alternately. The realtor center shield array can be repurposed. It doesn't say anything about adding a shield to it. It's obviously got a lot of shield upgrade parts. And I'm just a little confused because I'm not seeing any sign of a shield in here. Unless I'm looking in the wrong area. Yeah, sorry about that. I'm just kind of a little curious about that. Where is the, where would be? I can't even find the part in the device manager though. Is it under equipment? Defense? Would that be? Oh yeah, shield array, shield couplers. Yeah, well, obviously a lot of parts going on here. So we got 3 large shield parts. Looks like 8 medium shield parts, or even mixed between banks and couplers, which you're kind of forced to do. And the same thing going on with the. Oh, these. Oh yeah, these are the small. The icons look like the small shield parts, but they say large shield chargers. And the medium ones say just shield chargers, and the big ones also say that, but they're arrays. Interesting. Okay, so the large shield capacitors and chargers are actually the small shield parts. But again, yeah, I'm not seeing a shield, an actual like base shield in here. So therefore, I can't seem to turn on the shield, unfortunately. I wonder if that was supposed to go in one of these side rooms. It did look like, obviously, there's room to slap it here. Here's a way to know for sure. If I go through and I go through to add in a shield, let's just put in a standard advanced. If it lets me pop this in, then it doesn't have a shield in it. Yeah, okay. So it does not appear to have a base shield in the ship, at least stock. I don't know if that was an oversight or whatnot. So once that's in place, I should be able to now turn on the shield, and now I can see 178,000 shield. Okay, so it's got a massive shield in its stock, and it sounds like you can add a couple more large shield parts if you wanted to as well. It's just for whatever reason this just didn't show up, but it looks like, I don't think I necessarily got it where it was intended to go, but that did help. So, well, anyway, very, very cool ship. I'm sure it does really well in game. It sounds like you just would need to add a baseline shield in it to start with, and there's different ones of those. So if someone had like the legacy shield or something like that, they might want to put that in there instead of the advanced one that I did. So kind of makes sense. Just it threw me off a little bit because I kind of expecting to see the base shield in there with all the shield parts, but maybe that was by design. I don't know for sure. But very cool, very cool ship. Definitely like the aesthetics of it. Really nicely detailed and shaped. It looks like you'd have all your function in there pretty nicely. Let's also take a look at one last aspect, and that would be its storage. So we got an ammo controller, 2 ammo controllers at 320, and a harvest controller at 320. So no actual storage controllers beyond that. So pretty much just dedicated combat role, which is totally fine. I just want to take a look at one last thing here in a minute, and that would be under its. I was trying to see if it had. Oh yeah, we do have a retractable multi-turret. I just wanted to see that too for the harvest bay. So yes, it is set up to salvage your prey. Anyway, again, the Hero Reforged by ArtemisRouge. Very, very cool ship. So next here, we've got this new one here from Spange. And this is a pretty cool looking ship, I gotta say. I love the stance of it. I think, yeah, I was kind of like, when I spawned it in, I was like, oh, I really like how this lands to the ground. And it's got this big kind of smooth shape. Again, it gives me that little bit of a Star Wars vibe due to the inset of the sides here. And this is, again, a definite combat-oriented ship. A bunch of turrets, all with good line of sight going along the sides. A whole bunch more on the top. I'm sure there's some on the bottom as well. But yeah, really cool, big, shapely pieces here. And in conjunction with how it lands, which I think this is really cool up here. It's got this dual entryway ramps that come in. I like using those fancy ramps. A big landing gear set up in the middle there. And then these rear landing gear I think look really cool too. Like they could kind of flex down and have some basically shock absorber kind of things going on in the mix there. And we're also running some solar panels here as well. Very cool. This is a big ship, by the way. Wow. And these great big nacelle-like thrusters out the back. So it's weird because it doesn't look like a Star Trek ship, but the back kind of does. But the front more kind of reminds me a little bit more of a Star Wars-oriented ship. So it's really cool. I mean, it's just very creative. It's kind of like a couple different possible styles kind of mixed into one ship, which I think it's a neat touch. It's definitely it's unique, but it's got a really I think a really cool looking stance to it because of kind of how this looks like nacelles and this big wing or something with the triangle front area. It's a neat look. And then again, yeah, we're running some different colors, some different color texture lights, a lot of texturing going on here, so it looks like everything's nicely detailed. Wow, yeah. Some big, meaty, nacelle-like thruster pods, too. Oh, with twin thrusters per side. Looks like we're running 4 XLs forward. Nice. Yeah, the bottom side's all nicely done, too. Got some interesting Xeno blocks. Well, no. They may not be Xeno blocks. It's one of the textures you can use for that. We'll see what the materials are made out of. Take a look at the tops side here a little bit. So yeah, a couple big artillery turrets there and a mix of other turrets all over the place. Looks like you got kind of a bridge section with some pretty fancy glass on the top side there. Some more launchers way in the back there with our probably long-range radar. Down thrusters in that section. Yeah, this is a bulky ship. This is a big one. It's cool though. I like it. I really like it. Yeah, nice. Well, anyway, let's on this one. I'm gonna go in through this big blast door assembly here, but this would be kind of a neat area to turn the lights down on too, because there's a lot of texture lights here. That looks pretty interesting too. You gotta kind of see that coming. I don't think you'd want to be in front of this ship when it was coming at you. It's probably not a good place to be hanging out if it was mad at you. Ooh. Oh, we got some animated lights here. Oh, that is cool. That is cool. Unexpected. Yeah, I like that. So, nice little accent there. And it looks like has probably well, at least one of the hangars. Hangar A and Hangar B. Okay, so kind of like split on both sides. Each has the big entry ramp to get HVs in, and you can fly SVs in through the front. And with this cool animated runway kind of landing pad area. I like that. Nice touch. Nicely detailed in here too. I'm seeing all the wiring and like the blocks running around and like the angled framework and nice lighting and stuff too. Got some serious ventilators in here on the front. Neat way the elevators are done here. So with the glass around there, he was able to paint his glass. Did they fix that bug? Because I've been really having some trouble with that, trying to paint the fancy glass. I even noticed like existing creations that I spawned in, like the Solaris Station the other day, the armored glass on the roof. It's like half of it is retained its color that it was originally, and the other half turned like a different color on it, and I can't fix it. So yeah, somehow Spans figured out a trick with the color tool on how to paint the glass, or maybe it's fixed now. I don't know. I'll have to try again. So we got an elevator there, but I'm going to try to stay on this floor for now. Looks like we got a door out on the side here. Let me get the light on in this section. Okay, there we go. And that's interesting. So it kind of goes through at an angle through a double door, kind of a round room here. That's neat. I don't think I've seen that done before, actually. And it looks like we're seeing some shield parts over here. A couple of small ones in the ceiling. Got your crew and your guards and your peoples there. And we got, this one's got the caution on it, so another round room, kind of like the other one with the curvy doors. That is cool though. That's a neat look. And it looks like we got a thruster access room here, which is definitely nice. Yeah, it looks cool. I'm sure this is probably a separated airtight zone. What's back over here? Maybe a place for alternative core position or something like that. Not sure. But it opens up, and we got some blocks in here. Let's see, what are we made out of? Xenu and carbon. So Xenu on the bottom side, which could very well be a protected room. Don't know all the layout of the blocks in the area, but Xenu floor at least. And yeah. All right. Well, anyway, let's get through here. Turn off that light again, and through the other curvy room here. This one. Yeah. Just had to take a look at the ceiling there. Okay, so we're back out to the main hangar here. Alright, so I think from here I'd want to go upstairs. You go high enough yet. Okay, let's go all the way to the top here. And we got our Pentaxa tank room. Nice. That's kind of cool. I don't know if I've seen the Pentaxa tank have its own like room area too much before. Usually they get tagged alongside of some other things there. Alright, so we got a very cool looking hallway here. I love the block work here and the lighting combination there. It's a nice look. Very nice. Storage. Definitely some storage in here. So we'll take a look at that at the end there. And okay, so science lab on this one side here. All right, got to have a science lab. Yep, here's all the scientists. They're figuring out how to improve their plasma turrets or whatever they're doing. That's cool. We got a plant. We got a plant with some O2 over here too. So what is Is it this way? Oh, okay. So it looks like we've got a first person, or I'm sorry, a third person cockpit here. And it looks like we got some CPU core blocks in this area, as well as a gravity generator. And I dare say that is the main core. I know there's some other parts in it that now look like just like cores too, but that is definitely the core. Gravity on that side, and a whole bunch of room for your quantum and probably auxiliary CPU cores over on the side. You can definitely see the Xenu protection around that particular area. And so we're kind of at the top of the hallway. Yeah, okay, and we've seen this on the other side too. And let's go down this really cool hallway again. Oh, okay, crew area over here. More crews talking. Bathroom. Again, I really do like the block work in the hallway here. Oh, this is neat. Kind of different looking design, textures, and some carpet even in this crew room. Very cool. Very cool. Kind of breaks it up, and then we got our hallway plant. We got to have the hallway plant. It helps keep the air fresher in here. You know, it gets rid of some of that carbon and puts in some oxygen and replacement. We've been there already, so we're at the top of the hallway too. And this is okay. I'm almost thinking, is that all of the interior? 'Cause, I mean, we've got our science lab here. Let me go back over to the other side and see if we've got a different room over here. Captain's quarters. Okay, yeah. So we're in there already. So yeah, it's more than a crew room over here. This is the captain's quarters, and we know only the captain gets carpet. So I've just played. No, that's cool. God, I don't know. The ship is really big, and it didn't seem like I toured that much of the interior. But maybe it's just all just combat oriented all along the front there. But I was kind of looking for some main parts too. But maybe they are internally speaking, or maybe quite possibly I just missed a big part of the ship. That is a very distinct possibility. Let's go this way. Yeah, I haven't been here yet. Okay, so we got our future farmers, because it looks like we got a farm here. So those guys are studying on how to do their proper picking of the plants here. Looks like we got a pretty good sized farming section. I'm guessing we got 4 times 9, so we got 36 times 2, 72 grow plots in the area. And then we've got a crew place over here, a place to eat and chill. Yeah, this looks really nice too, like that. And the staircase kind of going up here. It looks like, oh, this is a visible window out the back side of the ship. And a balcony up here with some more places to sit and chill and view the outside here. So yeah, quite a nice farming section here too. So wait a minute, let's is this where I was up top? Yeah, this is our pentaxium tank room. We know we've been there. Wait, sick bay. I didn't see this room before. So yes, we do have a full med bay over here, it looks like too. So we've got our bed, our med station, our specialized medical equipment around here. Nice. How did I miss that before? So did that means I missed another room here. Yeah, crew quarters. I guess I didn't miss it. Did see this already. And then the captain's quarters right in front of that. Makes sense. Alright, let's get back down. And so we've seen our farming section now. That was here. And then we're back down to the ground floor. Hangar section here. Very nice. Very nice. Again, yeah, definitely like all the complexities and the block work going on here. And the general overall look of the ship, I think, is a pretty shapely looking design. So let's see what makes you tick. So to start with here, so we're size class 14. So yeah, we're pretty big. Got some decent thrust speed, so 30 forward, 22 strafing, 30 lift, 30 reverse, and 23 down. 12 generators. So if I were to guess, this is not using fusion reactors, but instead using 12 of probably, I don't know. I can't speculate on what size each one of these are. I wouldn't think there'd be 12 of the big ones in here. Quite a barrage of turrets and launchers going on here, which is also very cool. 32-hour and 20-minute build time. Let's take a look at our CPU. So again, this is going to be one of those ships that you're going to need to add some quantum or auxiliary or a combination of both into the ship to bring it to a higher CPU level here. Let me take a look at the main part here. Okay, so we got leased stock, and I don't know if it has any upgrade options, but we have 59,350 on the shield, so definitely it's jumped up beyond stock. Let's see, 22 space only turrets, 22 turrets there, so it looks like 34 standard turrets total on here. I think we established our grow plots already at 72. Yep. So yeah, very nice there. Let's take a look at some storage as well. So we got an ammo controller at 320. It looks like 4 ammo controllers, I believe, at all 320. And we got so 8, 9 container controllers. Generally check. It looks like they're all 320s as well. So yeah, quite a lot of storage too. So yeah, 9 regular storage controllers and 4 ammo controllers, all at 320. And not much in the cargo boxes beyond that, but you got your big controllers here. You got plenty of storage going on. So yeah, very nice there too. So I'm just gonna fly through it a little bit now and get out the multi-tool and see what we're made of real quick here. So steel blocks, and we got some combat steel. So it looks kind of like a mixed material hull setup, or maybe the steel blocks are just used as thin blocks and trim. Not entirely sure. I know there's Xenu in the ship too, in certain areas, but I'm just I would say the base material is probably steel, but it's going to have specialized places that are reinforced more than others due to what's there. You know, if you're protecting main ship parts, and it looks like we've also got some carbon, probably for some decorative blocks or areas that don't need a lot of protection, which makes sense, trying to keep that weight down, up the stats on motion and things like that. Hold on, I didn't see this door here before, or this whole area. What the heck? All right, there's another part of the ship here. Whoops. Yeah, you know, come to think of it, I actually did not come across production, so let me figure out where I screwed up. I'm sure this connects on the inside here. I just shut the lighting down again. Ah, see, he's got the, look at that. I bet you this one's supposed to be the same color, but it doesn't. Ah, so maybe he doesn't have the magic color tool that can paint the hardened glass correctly. All right, so yes, we have, oh wait, actually, we have a deconstructor, it looks like, up in the ceiling here. A couple deconstructors. And then we got constructor Ellie over here. So I've got looks like 4 probably advanced constructors, some cargo controllers in the section. Oh, and oh man, I missed it. It was right off from the main hangar. I didn't go through the center, so this is the area that I missed here. So apologize for that. It was hiding in plain sight, put it that way. So I took the elevators and didn't even bother going down the center. So okay, I think that's all covered now. But anyway, very nice ship, very nice ship. So you got a couple serious combat option ships over here if you want to take into the field. One's going to be doing more things such as storage and farming, where the other one's going to be really dedicated, focused on combat. This one's a little bit of a mixed setup here. So the next ship we got here today is this is the SAS Wessex by Don 2K7. And again, a big ship. I don't know exactly the role of this ship yet. I think I was assuming combat, but now that I'm looking at it a little bit more, I'd probably say combat. I was looking for like a bunch of turrets and guns and weapons and things like that, and it actually does have them. I just wasn't seeing much right in this front area, but that doesn't mean the rest of the ship doesn't have them. So yeah, we've got turrets all over the place here. This is it's a cool, interesting paint scheme too. It's kind of using kind of a darkish grayish blue with some red or orange tinted red. And this is interesting on the side here. Looks like some. Oh, you know, from a distance, I thought they were actually shield components, but no, that's just some pretty cool looking block work going on here, making that look like big storage tanks and whatnot on the side. That's cool. Oh yeah, the dock's pretty good. Looks like the landing gear would hold up the ship just fine. I kind of like this asymmetrical setup on the front here with these two big, I don't like big sensor arrays. You see that in some sci-fi ships too. Some of those the big ship in Aliens, or Alien, the original movie, had something like that going on the front there, which was I thought was pretty cool. Yeah. Yeah, I definitely like these tanks and these big wire frames holding all that up and stuff too, and the beefy looking stance on the ship here. This is a big one. Again, I got some XL thrusters here. Nice looking thruster housings back over here as well. I like the piping going out to them. Got some little thrusters for down thrusters over here. And a big bridge up top here. Oh, that looks cool. I'm liking these areas that come off to the side here with all that. Kind of looks like you're, I don't know. Well, it just looks neat. It looks similar to that of a modern day military type ship, or even a cruise liner ship with like a big sensor, radar, or sonar array kind of thing. Got a hangar door out the back. I'm just curious if we had any ground access in this part of the ship. It doesn't look like it. Looks like our entry point, at least from the ground side, would be over here. Kind of up here, actually. Unless I missed it. We'll see. Maybe something from the inside will lead me to it. So let's do the lady thing. So yeah, coming in instantly, got a great big spacious hangar here. Looks like we got a repair bay out in here, and some production in the back two corners, as well as some utility. So it looks like it's kind of ready for business here. A couple advanced constructors, a couple small constructors. So actually 3 advanced constructors. An armor repair, med bay. Armor locker, and O2 on this side, and then another 3 constructors, another 2 more small constructors. So yeah, a nice area to do your production. Storage controller over here. We'll again look at that at the end as well. And then looks like we got 3 doors now. Okay, there's the repair console. Actually, no, there's not a door over here. Okay. Oh, those aren't doors. Those are controllers. So we got 1 door going this way. All right. That makes it easy. It's with only 1 door and 1 way to go, I have a far less likely chance of getting lost. But oh, okay. So we got some serious shield parts in this room. Bunch of medium shield parts here, and it looks like some small shield parts up on the ceiling. This looks really cool. Oh, and we got some big shield parts down below here in these big glass Xenu cages with the armored glass on top of it. That looks really nice. I like the red trim how this was done here with the fancy glass, I like to call it. And 6 of these big shield parts in here. Holy smokes. And some access doors pointing straight down to get in there. That's cool. That's cool. Access, yeah, all of them have their own individual access door in case you got to make repairs or place the parts or replace the parts. And then we got a fusion reactor up front here. Wow. Yeah, this is a pretty crazy shield room. A lot of shield parts in here. Man, it's not, let's say on our medium shield parts here, we're maxing those out. Small shield parts, we're maxing those out. And I think you can put 4 each of these kind in, but it's running 6 of potentially, I think, max limit of 8 of these. No, never mind. I'm mistaken. It has all 8. My goodness. So this has every single shield part you could legitimately put in your ship in it. Every single one. That's a lot of shield. I don't know if it's going to have more than 1 fusion reactor. I didn't think 1 would be enough to handle this much shielding. But maybe there's another one somewhere. So, and then access door to that. And obviously I'm seeing, yeah, this area looks like it's pretty heavily protected as well. Very nice looking. A lot of detail. I really like this setup, the way you displayed these and had the glass over the top of it, which helps, you know, from chain reaction damage and things like that. But honestly, I think this thing's got entirely massive shield on it, so I'm not so sure you're going to have chain reaction damage because, quite frankly, you might not have any damage at all. So, and, well, wait a minute. Okay, so this goes from the hangar to this room, and the hangar is also production. And, God, am I missing an elevator or any other areas? Oh, yes, I am. Out back here. Let's go upstairs. Get some light here. So we got a hallway heading this way. Looks like another elevator, and this will probably loop around. Yep. And let's go straight through this way. And oh yeah, okay. So we got some more generators over here. Looks like our standard 2x2x6 generators. And cool looking ceiling. I like the block work there, using some of those more specialized blocks in conjunction with other ones, and piping and all kinds of stuff going on here. We got our pentaxium tank and warp core, like the display around there. Yeah, it looks like you're having problems too. It's like you can paint one side of the glass, but you can't paint the other side of the glass right now. Hoping that gets fixed up pretty soon. Offline protection and gravity over here as well. Yeah, very cool, very cool. So let's take this up another floor. Just, sometimes I think I'm missing like a door, because you can have doors on both sides of the elevator. When I hear things open up, I freak out and try to see if I missed a door. So it looks like this gets us right up to a first-person bridge, which is really cool. I just want to check one quick thing on this. See how this glass is tinted. It looks like it could definitely benefit from untinting it for the first-person view here with the multi-tool. Make that glass a little bit more visible. Oops. Can't see it. Alright. Oh, and this. Oh, there it goes. Yeah. So that's cool. And this, yeah, I think we've seen this from the top side, looking at the glass down in there. Again, using those newer glass blocks. And beyond that, armor locker O2 in the bridge area here. Oh, I missed a piece there, didn't I? There we go. Alright. Out the back here. So that's glass out the back window. Bet you this could benefit from the improved visibility too. Out the back side here. So Don 2K7, just in case you didn't know that, if you get out the multi-tool and you go to change and rotate and you hit the glass, it can be done on this the armored glass or the standard glass. It will either put in tinning or remove it, or reverse the tinning depending on what glass piece it is. So it's a good thing to know. It just kind of improve the visibility when you're in the pilot seat here, especially if you're flying this in first person. You could see a little. It wouldn't be so dark out front. Now it's nighttime here, so it's looking extra dark anyway. But very nice, very nice. So all right, I think that might be the whole ship. Hold on, I'm going to turn on the lights. I'm going to fly around, take a look at its hull construction a little bit, and see if I miss some areas inside the ship. I am kind of curious about some of these pieces here. I was half wondering if they actually were storage, like, or had container controllers or something, or cargo extensions on the inside. So I'm just, yeah. Ah, yes, it is. Container extension right there. So sorry I blew away a couple blocks on your ship. I just wanted to see on the inside there. I will undo it though. Yeah, look at that. Okay, so yeah, they actually do serve as cargo. That's cool. That's cool. I was curious about that. Kind of looked like they might have been utilized for that, just by their the general shaping and design of that. I just kind of want to take a look at some of the hull materials here. Oh, we got a radar up front here. Oh, and there's yep, and there's our massive shield room, and holy smokes here. So there's our fusion reactor, and then we've got, wow, this area is solid. This is a big solid area on the front of the ship. I'm just kind of curious. I'm gonna dig in here just a little bit more and see what kind of blocks we're running here. So that's oh, this is actually carbon. I was almost thinking that was going to be some Xenu there. So let's go to the front here. So carbon. Get rid of a couple more of those, and oops, take a look. Carbon. Huh, okay. Well, it's got a huge amount of shield, and it has a pretty big wall here, but it doesn't look like it's a reinforced wall. It looks like this is kind of carbon on the front. The only reason I was bringing that up is it does scare me a little bit, but maybe the ship can operate. But if I guess if you took on heavy fire in this area, these blocks would dissipate pretty quickly. But of course your shield would have to be down, and this thing has a gigantic shield on it, so it probably wouldn't be the case. Or it would be a pilot error if it was, where you lost such a massive shield and then somehow managed to take some impacts right through the front here, which would go through wall carbon and hit your fusion reactor, which would cause problems, I'm sure, too, with power and things like that. You do have more power in the ship, though, but I don't know if it would be enough power to keep things going without that fusion reactor, which actually counts as like about 5 of the big power generators. But anyway, very, very cool ship. Again, another big combat oriented ship. So let's take a look at its specs. 27-hour and 52-minute build time, size class 13. 27 forward, 22 lift, 7 strafing, 15 reverse, 12 down. Not a huge amount of weaponry on it, at least stock. Obviously, there's a big ship. You could add a lot more stuff to it. But still a decent amount of guns. CPU-wise, this one's going to need, again, quantum and auxiliary cores added to it to get to this number to start with. Largely, a lot of this has to do with the shielding, and that is where I think this is really going to shine a lot. Well, 145, that's, I mean, again, a big shield. With considering that the shield parts are matched in this case, so since it's running the maximum shield components, that means half of the shield parts installed are for charging, and the other half are to increase the shield capacity. So it's got a big capacity overall, but I also expect the shield to charge up fairly quickly if it were to go down based on this. So I think that would make a lot of sense. Take a look at the storage on here. So we've got, let's see, these are containers. I was looking at mainly the, yeah, these are all boxes here. So we got a container controller here at 336K, another 336, another 336, another 336. So 336 is the magic number here. So it looks like we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. However, I'm seeing, unless I'm missing it, it says all these are container controllers. I'm not seeing any ammo controllers in here. So that could be a problem. So one of those, obviously, you can swap out a couple of those, or one or two of those container controllers for ammo controller, unless it's just somehow not indicating the ammo. But it doesn't look like these were renamed, so these would be their stock names, and it's yeah, just not seeing any place to put ammo in the ship. Let me take a look. Oh yeah, actually. Yeah, even when I go over here, I'm not seeing ammo as an option. So that is something you might want to look at on the ship. Is I think you would have to at least take one of these controllers and swap it to an ammo controller, or you're not going to be able to put any ammo in for any of these guns here. So anyway, again, very, very cool ship. I love all these the creative ideas here, and this ship too. This tank setup over here, which are actually serving as looks like 336K storage controllers, is pretty cool. It's definitely kind of a neat option. I like the asymmetrical front end design here as well, and as well as the bridge sensors and things like that off the side. So next creation here is this, I like to look at these POIs, and now this POI is a bit special here. To start with, this is the LF Cataphract. No, I'm sorry. It's a Xerox trade station. Oh man, I'm sorry. I was reading the wrong thing there. Xerox Trade Station POI by Stellar Titan, and it's built using Vermillion's Xenu construction set. So in the video description, I'll have links to both of those, the construction set and this POI. But right off the gate, I really like the overall look of it. It's sharp looking design, cool looking coloring, like the LCDs and the general decor of it. Obviously, it's built with a construction set. And that's a pretty powerful construction set, I gotta say too, because making POIs like this out of a set is pretty slick. So yeah, I definitely think this is a very nice looking POI. Welcome addition to the game for sure. Something a little more spacey stuff for those Xerox people and stuff. So here, let's get inside of here. And yeah, also using the construction set. I was hoping to see POIs made from these construction sets. I've seen a few construction sets now for different races and factions, and a lot of them really, I mean, a lot of time and effort to put those together. And yeah, I really wanted to see some people take advantage of those and be able to build I mean, like if you were building this without a construction set, it's a big build. It'd probably take you quite a long time to do. I can't say how long it took to do with the construction set, but it certainly would keep it in theme, and I'm sure be quicker than building it from scratch by a long shot. So anyway, yeah, this is looking just nice. Look at all the detail in here. I love to see that. You know, when you look at the ceiling and you see, I like the integrated like lights or texture lights here and there. All the breakups and things going on. Obviously, there's some things in here to shoot you, which I would expect being a POI. We've got some spawners in here as well. So it looks like we get to our main, this main hangar area here. Let's just try out. And we got some doors going off from here. Some cargo boxes, things to loot and shoot. So we go up and down, don't we? Let's start going down here. I thought I heard another door open up, but there we go. Head down here. So yeah, another whole floor to blow up. Oh, we even got a cafe in here. Nice. Yeah, a lot of detail. A lot of detail going on. So I'm sure the author using the construction set put a lot of time into this as well. But yeah, the construction set certainly adds a lot of like kind of pre-designed like hallway pieces and things like what we're seeing here, which is really cool. Again, really glad to see it being utilized. I was kind of worried about that. I've seen those really nice construction sets, and I just I haven't seen like too many people, at least on the workshop, build POIs using them yet. And I was hoping to see more, but maybe they're kind of behind the scenes too, because a lot of people, myself included, really don't really release POIs to the workshop. I usually try to hand them off to either the game devs or the Reforged Eden developers, as because most people, unless they create their own scenarios in the game, aren't going to be able to just slop in a POI and call it good and it'll be in their game. It's a little more complex than that. So yeah, nice lower floor here to shoot stuff up on. Let's go up. Okay, so we started somewhere in the middle. I'm probably there, so let's go to this top floor now. Wow. Again, really super detailed in here. So yeah, I don't know. You know, this is kind of a commercial hub here too. So it looks like I could go either way, depending on if you're friendly or not friendly with this particular faction. You can use this this POI station for two different things. So like, yeah, it looks like it's totally got a bunch of like a marketplace in here too, which is really cool. Very nice looking. Love the lighting. Love the overall textures and the details and things like that. It's very, very well done. Got a teleporter over here too. Nice, nice LCD. ATM. Got to have the ATM. Gotta take out some money to go to Mari's garden over here. Get some good grow sprouts. Nice balcony up here too. So there's a central elevator as well. Sneaky medical supply place over here. So okay, the elevator starts here, but it looks like it goes up to another level out here. And oh man, 3 doors. Ooh, spooky, spooky, and spooky. Let's go this way. And we got our facilities there. Some more people that are going to shoot you. They don't want you up here. And it looks like it just kind of wraps around there. Except for, yeah, where we came up initially in that center elevator. Oh, wait. Oh, wait, another elevator. Elevator from an elevator to a staircase to another room. Oh, man. And this is our main core, so this would be the, man, I don't want to give too much away on this POI. But yeah, that is cool. That is very cool. Nice look to it. Yeah, job well done there. Looks like a very nice POI. I'm gonna just pop up in here and make sure I've seen this already. Don't think I did actually. Nope, don't think I did actually. So yeah, there's another floor down over here too. But again, it's a POI. Hopefully you'll see this in game, at least if not in the main game, at least in Reforged Eden. Maybe both. So yeah, very, very cool. Just wanted to show that. Love seeing the POIs. Just add more content for everyone to have in their gameplay, besides just building more and more ships. So very cool. So next creation here. This is the one that I actually started. Uh-oh, do I got these out of order? Uh-oh. I got a little list on the side. So this is the Greta. Okay, the Greta MK2 by J. Massing, by author J. Massing, or Jmaasing. So this is one that I picked from new releases, and I just I thought it looked really really unique. This is a SV, and I haven't seen anything ever really look like this before. But I thought it's just kind of cool, the way the front end design was done and things like that. And also it's a new author that I'm unfamiliar with. So I thought this was just pretty cool. kind of using like almost like these big cylinders in various places. Cylinder here, a little bit different. Kind of like these are more like turret or yeah, like launcher mount positions. I'm assuming. Yeah, we got some guns in there, and then we got this interesting kind of cockpit right in there, and it's got this kind of a I don't know, reinforced framework over it. It kind of matches the framework on the bottom side of it. Land's pretty interesting too. Little these kind of side landing gears off to the either side there. But yeah, it's just these just unusual shaping for any ship, including an SV, but with the cylinders in there. It looks kind of neat. It's different. I can't quite place what kind of ship this looks like. You know, is it a cargo ship? Is it a combat ship? Obviously, with the guns up front, it would look like it would be more combat oriented, but I'm not entirely sure. We also got some turrets on the side here. And then it looks like our forward thrusters back over here. Oh, this is a really different setup over here. So it's kind of like, didn't expect that. So yeah, it looks pretty big, but I'm not so sure it's got an interior. It looks like kind of like this like lands down, and this is like a bit of a, I don't know, your utility, a little bit of production in here. Oh, some access to the generators here, like the LCD in there. Some neat looking pipe action here. It looks like, oh, we've got some shield parts going on here too. Neat. And these two drop pods. These are like actually player seats. So you can like, your buddies could like run up and hop on in the back there. So it's kind of a neat little setup though. It's kind of like, you know, if you're gonna like get some work done on the outside of the ship over here, you can bring a couple friends, have a constructor so you can work on stuff. Looks like we got a spotlight we can turn on and light up the area here. And then you got a pilot in there. So these are actually, okay, I'm starting to get a better idea on this. So these are actually thrusters inside these big cylinders here. That makes sense. Yeah. And we got some more turret positions up here. Nice LCD on top. White Mountain Shipyard. It's cool how the M was done there. And oh yeah, and this whole bridge thing is kind of like this. The shaping's like all the way around it, and this is like almost like its own little SV that kind of fits into the big framework here. Yeah, it's interesting ship. I like the definitely like the creativity and things on it. Again, I haven't really seen anything quite like it before. I definitely give it a lot of kudos for originality. I like the use of these deco parts here too, with the red accents and the red texture lights along the front there on little details. Yeah, cool. So let's see what makes what you are. So looks like it's just barely over the Tier 4 Reforged Eden CPU, but it does have all the blocks in there, which probably won't cause you too many problems being over by that much. And of course, you could add quantum or auxiliary core to the ship. Let's take a look at its general stats here. So 5 hour and 56 minute build time, unlock level 20. Speed wise, we're looking pretty good here at 51 forward, 20 strafing, 54 lift, 12 down, 40 reverse, 10 RCS in here as well. Pitch, yaw, and roll are pretty decent as well. 30 on roll, 31 yaw, 19 pitch. Let's see here. We already looked at the CPU. Let's take a look at its storage. Well, we're looking at the Greta ammunition controller. So we got a looks like just an ammunition controller at just under 32K. So that's a pretty big controller for the ammo. Of course, you can put regular cargo things in the ammo controller as well. So if you're only going to have one controller, ammo is pretty much the way to go unless you're doing harvesting. And then you kind of need 2 controllers anyway you look at it. But yeah, really cool and unique ship. Again, new author I'm unfamiliar with, and I'm glad to see. I like to see you know, a lot of new authors' works and things like that, bring a different perspective to us builders that have been around for a long time. That's cool. Very nice. So the last creation here is now we're going to finally get to this LF Cataphract HV by Life Force. And this is spelled Kathpract. So I probably mispronounced that. I have a feeling I did. And Life Force is spelled a little bit differently too, Lyfeforce. But it sounds out the same, so that's cool. So here we got this really cool looking tank, and it certainly looks like a tank too. Everything looks like a tank here, and I definitely like its overall styling. I like the way the launchers and this turret were integrated in to try to make this entire section look like a big turret in itself. Almost looks like it could kind of like swivel around a little bit. If like some of these weren't in there. Well, and these, oh, well, those are retracted. I guess these ones aren't. So we got some pretty good weaponry on here. I'm seeing some rocket launchers and some I believe those are what, plasma. Yeah, plasma launchers. We got a big artillery turret back over here, and then we got some side turrets there. A couple more on the front. Light. I like this little window thing up here too. That's pretty cool. Yeah, nice looking creation, definitely. This was also in new releases, but I also noticed that before I grabbed it out of new release, it was in the actual spotlight too. So yeah, it's cool. I like the coloring too. So it's got kind of a light gray, dark gray, and then kind of more of a purple in the mix, which actually looks kind of nice. I'm not usually a big fan of purple, but the way it's done here, I think it's got a nice look to it. Yeah, LCD on the side there. Phoenix Star Works Cataphract. I think that sounds better. Cataphract. Again, I'm probably butchering the name here. So yeah, very cool looking. So let's I like this this back section here again, a bit like a kind of a cross-member wing kind of thing. Looks good. That whole turret assembly looks really nice, displaying all those individual weapons, things like that. Let's get in on the inside here. Oh, this looks very well done too. Oh, I like it. Asymmetrical layout. And we've got a lot of utility in here. So we got a fridge and our O2 armor locker, constructor, trauma center, or trauma station, passenger seat. Looks like our main core is right up in there. I like the LCD work here too, and the internal name there. Looks like we've got some CPU blocks here, a harvest controller. Oh, harvest controller, huh? Have to see what is on here that does the harvesting. And an ammo controller right over there. And of course our clone chamber and detector. And looks like we got O2 in the side over there. Yeah, no, this is nice. This is nice. I like the interior a lot. It's organized. Everything looks like it's belongs there. And it utilizes the space nicely, having being asymmetrical from one side to the other, so you can get more parts and different kinds of equipment in a smaller space that way, and not duplicate things, which also looks better. Oh, so we got an ammo controller here and an ammo controller here, so we got 2 ammo controllers, and at least a harvest controller over there. Yeah, nice. Alright, well anyway, let's turn the lights back on, take a look at the specs on you. Nice looking tank though, just a good shaped tank. You know, never have to second guess your thoughts. First thought is, it looks like a tank, and it certainly is a tank. I like that. So Stat-wise, unlock level 20, 2 hour and 44 minute build time, so not too bad on the build times. 2 plasma cannons, 1 artillery turret, 4 guided missile launchers, a detector, plasma turret, 4 plasma turrets, 2 minigun turrets, and 2 retractable minigun turrets, 7 fuel tanks. Speeds look good. 47 forward, 30 strafing, 14. That's weird. Actually, it just dawned on me this is a HV. I'm kind of curious why it necessarily has 14 going that way. Doesn't necessarily need it, but you know, I've seen in some cases it helps you roll and stuff, so I can't rule out that there's a legit reason for that. But typically with HVs you only need 4 direction thrust, forward, sides, and reverse, and 13 reverse here. And yeah, well, but you know, if you put in a lift thrust here, it's possible that maybe you're getting a higher value on your pitch, yaw, and roll, or one of them. Especially like yaw on this one is quite high. So I'm curious if that is a thing. I think it could be. CPU stats fits very nicely in CPU, and is actually not maxing it out either. So you can go to 60,000 with standard CPU box and Reforged Eden. This is only going up to 45,000, so it's obviously not putting everything in it yet. So you could take the CPU to probably 60,000 on this. So it looks like it's being pretty efficient with that. Did it have a shield and stuff in here? That is, yes, heavy shield generator. And obviously HVs don't warp, so there's going to be no warp drive. Yeah. Hold on, one last thing I wanted to look at here is, okay, so our shield's at 2315, so it doesn't look like it's running some of the newer shield parts, so it's just running like the main heavy shield on here, which, yeah, it's totally fine for what it is here. I like having that artillery launcher too. A neat thing about these, the artillery typically have more range, and you can manually take control of these things, so you can hop up into this thing and then you can aim it, and you could, in some cases, you can get out of range of a POI, kind of zoom in, manually fire this artillery turret, and like take out things on it when it can't hit you back, which is kind of a neat thing. It depends on the POI and what kind of weaponry it has on it and things like that. So there's other factors, but it could work on many different types of POIs, where you can kind of like sit back and just lob a bunch of shells at it for a while, and before you get into even take damage. So anyway, that is all I've got for today. Wow, again, some really cool stuff here. 3 big like in-game combat type of ships are very cool looking POI. Hopefully that it's either in the game or making its way into the game as more things to explore and whatnot. And then yeah, really unusual SV. So I thought was just cool on the creative sense, just so unique compared to the normal looking SVs, and a really nice shapely HV tank over here as well. So everything again is in this video was for Reforged Eden this week. Next week I'll probably I got a couple picks already for vanilla that I skipped this week to just keep it all uniform as a Reforged Eden. So next week we'll probably be returning to kind of a mix of Reforged Eden and vanilla creations all in one video. And that's about all I've got for today. I'll try to do an update probably Monday or Tuesday of next week on my experimental space station creation. I'll show you where I'm at with that. I reworked a bunch of it since I last showed it, and I don't know if this will tweak some people. I actually removed that whole rear section with the angled module bays. I think I was losing track of what I was trying to create in the first place. I got sort of carried away with modules when it wasn't really even part of the original design to have modules on it, and then all of a sudden I'm building the thing way bigger to accommodate all these modules and stuff when it was supposed to be a low-cost, cheap production / farm base. And so I cut that whole back section out, removed a bunch of blocks, redid the storage on it. It's going to have a lot of storage for its size, so that is something I'm really trying to hit, and a lot of production and a good size farm, and hopefully pretty low cost. And that was its main goal in life, is to be a solar powered space station that can repair CVs, have a lot of storage, production, and farming, and you can spawn it in hopefully fairly inexpensively. It might probably, and also 4 furnaces in there as part of the production. Probably around 8 large constructors or deconstructors as well. So anyway, y'all have yourself a great weekend, and I will talk to you later.